Just want to thank you all. Just want to recap a little bit. With us going to Cebu, it wasn't necessarily my idea. In fact, which was quite surprising and it had to be God, it was Angie's idea. And she was the one that came up with the thing of going. Now, she doesn't like going to Asia so much. And it's like when we went there the first time, and we, had Michael was born over there and so on. But when I came home after 7 years, I was totally convinced that I would live the rest of my life over there in church planting. We planted a lot of churches over in southern Thailand, trained up workers who are still planting churches on the Mekong River, and I was really convinced that God had other plans. That's the interesting thing in your life, is that God intervenes in your plans, and His plans become our plans. And so in this situation, even with what we're doing right now, is God's intervention. As I said, Angie got that, and I was just really quite surprised the fact that she would, even if she heard from God, that she'd tell me. But anyway, and so we don't know exactly what the future holds. That's always in the hands of God. And we just pray and ask that you would pray for us, that you would remember us in your prayers, and for the kids as well. And the thing is, there's nothing greater than changing people's lives or changing the purpose of their life. And that's, it's a twofold coin. And so we need to recognize that God can take any one of us. I was just a young boy from out west, and as Rod said, that we did a lot of things together and got into a lot of trouble and all that sort of stuff. But when God puts His hand on you, He sets a destiny. And when He puts His hand on you, He can do things that you are not capable of. And it will expand your faith to believe that it is possible. And as we've been seeing, some of these photos and what's happened on this property, but it's not just even here, but it touches places around the nation here where people like Shane and Rod and others have gone up into North Queensland and all that sort of stuff, And then Peter and May, unfortunately, were not here, but they spent 10 years in Sydney from this church in the hottest Islamic area in Sydney. And just going and encouraging them and strengthening them to keep doing what you're doing. And so I just want to encourage you, know that God has got great plans for this place. And I'm talking not just for the buildings, I'm talking about the people, whether it be in the school or the international school or in the church. And that we are called to make an impact in this world. Don't waste it. And the young people, don't waste it. Because the thing is, I look at my life now, I'm going on 56. And I think, where are all those years gone? I can remember when we first, sold up everything we had and went across to Asia. And young couple, and took one baby with us. Came home with two. And the thing is, it's just, there's nothing greater than serving God. Amen. Whether it be here, whether it be over there, or wherever it may be. But always take up an opportunity. Because we have a mandate from God to touch our world and try and change it. And I'm just a boy from the bush. And the places that God has taken me around the world, I would never ever believe that would ever happen. So I was saying the other day, I can't remember who was with me at the time, and I was saying how that at a certain point of time, actually it might have been Chris, I can't remember, I think it was, when I said some of the things that when I had gone to LA and then from there I went to Guatemala. He says, man, you get around. And but the opportunities that God gives us. And, and so the passion, for the nations of the world, it rests in me. And I know at this point, this week, I was supposed to fly out with Roger Saunders out to India, the work over there is amazing work. And unfortunately, I said I can't go this time because we told him what we're doing. And so possibly next year, and Shane, we were talking as well. And so some, like Shane is very keen to go as well. Roger's very keen. Ashley, where is he? Is he here this morning?
Moranbah.
Here this morning.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's right, he's up north or something. And I know he's keen as well, he's been over there. And it's just the most amazing work that we have been, as a church, involved in that for the last nearly 30 years. And it's just the most incredible thing. There's something in the vicinity of about 300,000 people over there, enormous amounts of churches that has been planted. And the thing that excites me just with this opportunity at the moment is that I'm connecting up with a guy in Cebu by the name of Pastor Edgar and his wife Edna. And he has planted 500 churches across the Philippines. And so he's excited that I'm coming, and so we're connected, and we're going to be working together. I want to learn some more stuff because I've done a lot of church planting around the place and in the world and so on, but I want to learn from this guy and glean with what he does and how he does it and so forth. And so that's one thing, because we want to get church planting into this movement that we are restructuring, and want to get it back on track. And so we're going to need God's help, and we're going to need his inspiration, and we need his protection, and so we're going to believe that God will do great and mighty things. If you want to come over, and we will look after you, and won't let anybody kidnap you or whatever like that. And so you'll have a great time. It'll blow your mind. It's quite an amazing place. Some of you have been there, Steve and so on. And so God bless you. Love you all.